take on Mexico right here in Xiamen. Hello, welcome to Guanyinshan Beach and the centre court for our feature match between the USA and Mexico. Clayton Lucas here with you as John Hayden and Tri Bourne, seeded 5, take on Mexico's Juan Vergen and Lombardo Ontiveros, seeded 9. These two teams have only ever played each other once before, and that was last season at the Porridge Major in Croatia. It was a victory for Mexico in 3 sets, 15-10 in the decider. The USA know this is going to be a tough game, but that's what you'd expect anyway from a semi-final match. The weather not great. This is how the semi-finals are progressing so far. Herrera and Guevara of Spain have overturned Semenov and Krasilnikov. They wait and see now who they will be playing from this one between the USA and Mexico. Just got a glimpse of the view. It is cloudy. It's 18 degrees. We have been told that there should be some sun. We've yet to see it. Perhaps we will see that a little later on. The schedule for today is we'll have these 2 semi-finals, and then this afternoon we'll have the bronze medal match and then the gold medal match. So, warm-up finished, time to meet the referees. In charge today is Richard Sooty Cassett from New Zealand. Very experienced, top referee. And he'll be ably assisted by Liu Xiaohao from China. So the referee's introduced. Time then to meet the players. So out comes Lombardo Ontiveros. They've managed to change their shirt numbers between what they were given. We'll know what they're wearing. Ontiveros 32, 185. He's got a second from Antalya in 2006. His playing partner Juan Vergen, 29 years of age from Nayarit. Also a second in Antalya. So the team are on a roll at the moment. In their way though, the USA. Out comes John Hayden, 43 years of age, the elder statesman from Sherman Oaks, California. 1m95, 40 tournaments, a gold medal from Berlin in 2014, and $154,000 in prize money. And his playing partner, Tri Bourne, 26, from Redondo Beach, magnificent part of the world in California. And his gold medal also came in Berlin with Hayden, and he's got $148,000 in prize money. Best of 3 set match to see who'll go through to the final. USA in blue serving, Mexico in green receiving this semi-final game to see who will go through to the gold medal match. And this could be a very good start here for the USA. Hayden has a look. Nice dig. What a rally to start off the first point of this semi-final game. Wow, that was fantastic. All of that just for the first point. Bourne hammers it away. Hayden gets to serve again. Ontiveros puts that one down. At 185, he's definitely going to be the player you'd expect USA to go after just because of the physicality. He's not going to be able to hit the ball as high on the net, which is 2.43 meters, 8 foot, same height as the crossbar in soccer, football, however you want to describe it. But when you kind of put it into that perspective, for Ontiveros, he's got an awful lot of work to do to get his side outs. Well, that ball's gone on to Bergen, and it's come straight over from Ontiveros. Nice play from him. Triborn late to get in on the action at the net. So USA with the serve. You're going to have to ignore the graphic just for a moment. It's not Spain-Russia. That was the first semi-final. It's the USA with the blue, and it's Mexico with the green triangle. USA winning 4-2. Hayden with the serve again. And change. Best of 7, just 1 point separating the team, and it's Hayden and Bourne who have their noses in front. And dare I say it, actually, just looking at the ages, it is feasible. But, Bourne is young enough to be the son of Hayden. Hayden, at nearly 44 years of age, would have made him 17, of course, when he would have had to have had Bourne. Well, that's the scores as it stands. USA 5-3 up, making all the right moves at the moment. USA through to this semi-final without any losses. And when you'd probably be thinking, well, of course not. How could you get here if you had had a loss? Well, the way that the tournament is set up, it's pool play. So you are guaranteed 3 matches. Cross-court block signalled both sides. That does mean, oh, a serve. Lucky serve from Bergen. But that's the way the game goes. USA not expecting to put his hand up to apologise, and he wasn't going to apologise. Still the same call, cross-court blocks. However, Hayden gets over the top of Bergen and the ball goes down. Talking of pool play, you could lose 2 matches in pool play and still qualify through to the knockout stages. USA, though, won all their pool matches 2-0. They won their second round game 2-0 against Turkey, and then they beat Carambula and Ranieri of Italy, the number 3 seeds, 23, 21, 21, 18. And Carambula and Ranieri really having a fine run this season, the Italian duo. And if you're just trying to recollect who they might be, think Skyball, and you know who I mean, and Glasses at Night. That's Adrian Carambula. He's almost the beach version of Engapeth, isn't he? The French hitter on the indoor game. Plays for Modena Volley in Italy and is the star of the French national team right now. Carambula very much in his image on the beach for Italy. Good lead, good call by Hayden. So teams all square at the moment, no one making any real inroads. Not just yet. But for those of you that were watching the game earlier on, you'll know and would have seen that as far as this first set goes, it's almost a non-set. Psychologically, that is. If you lose it, you just put it to the back of your mind. Get ready for the fact that you're going to win the next two. If you win it, you know very much there could still be two to go. It's almost a dress rehearsal in some instances, particularly if the teams are very evenly matched. Although winning the first set is always a good thing to do. You don't want to give yourself too much to do if you can help it. Hayden went the right way. Just didn't get his legs in the right positions where he could be strong enough to actually contain the ball, could he? Almost, well, he got one under the other. It's almost like he was sidestepping on a tightrope. Nice dig from Ontiveros, but despite Bergen's best efforts, wasn't sure which way to run, zigzagging under the net, couldn't bring it back. Strong rotation this now for the USA. Triborn at the net, ready to block. Hayden prefers playing defense from the sand. That's a good serve. Ontiveros sending that one behind him. Now Bourne waiting and ready to pounce. Hayden once again. That's a good read from Hayden. And now the USA have a better opportunity to put this one away. And look at that, Bergen got drawn in. He wasn't sure what to do then. Do I go in and block? And he ended up doing nothing. Became statuesque in no man's land. And a lovely line roll from Hayden. And now the USA have opened up a 3-point lead. It just looked as if then Hayden must have been slightly off balance, you feel, as he went after that, and also he was upright, wasn't he? It was very close to him. Ontiveros with the serve. Not quite finding that baseline. And that's why Mexico have gone after Triborn. He might be the young gun with all the athleticism, but he's made a few mistakes. Technical timeout, USA with a 1-point lead. Bourne finds a good angle cross court. Really good serve. Excellent serve from Bourne. Ontiveros not moving his feet quickly enough, couldn't get round, going at full stretch to his left. As a right-hander, left side is always generally the weaker side. There was another serve that was probing the sideline. Fortunately for Mexico, didn't find it. Mexico have had a very good 2016 season. They finished off the 2015 season with a second place in Antalya, making the final. And then they've had 2 fifths, followed by 2 ninths, so in the top 10, first 4 tournaments of the year. And very much a team on their way to qualifying for the Olympic Games. This is the qualifying year. All the matches, or sorry, all the tournaments have been compressed somewhat to fit in with the qualifying season. So with Rio just around the corner, still points up for grabs, still teams jostling for position to try and be on the plane to Rio. With Brazil hosting, those 2 teams from each gender have been decided already. For the men, it's Alison and Bruno, along with Pedro and Evandro. For the women, it's Larissa and Talita, along with Barbara Seixas and her partner. Oh, that's not quite going to come back. So, good swing from Mexico. Those old legs of Hayden, not quite stable enough to keep the ball in play. Another brilliant spike from the USA, and they're very much in control of this set, aren't they? Blocking signals have been given. It doesn't matter though, Vergen makes an error. And it's a 4-point lead now for the USA. Mexico may well be thinking about a timeout. Although when there is no coach, sometimes you forget those things. However, Montiveros not forgetting that. Another huge block from Bourne. He is all over it, isn't he? Well, we're going to dispense with the puns, like Bourne supremacy at the net. But that was a pretty special block. Oh, nice reach. Good joust. And now who did it come off? Oh, it was deemed to have come off Mexico. Cerutti says it was off Vergen and into the antenna and not off of try Bourne. Nice reach, continuation block, good reactions, and then onto the joust, and yes, good play. Bourne off Vergen and into the antenna. Bourne was going later and later and later. In the end, jumped, got in Hayden's way. was close to being called for a carry. Maybe should have been, but as Mexico take the point, it doesn't really matter. Set point then for the USA, just one more required. And they'll have this first one in the bag, nothing short of what they deserve based on their play. Bourne getting his blocking instructions from Hayden. He's going to break from the net with this one, wisely so. Bourne for the set. Oh, good pickup. Oh, excellent reactions, but he doesn't come back. Really good play. Antunes fighting like a fish on a chopping board to make sure that one didn't hit the sand as he wriggled his way over and got that ball. Mexico stave off the first point. Lovely pickup. Set point number 2 for the USA. Good break by Bergen. And a good swing. 2 set points saved. Mexico getting in the heads of the USA, maybe. Hayden stretched and denied putting the ball on the sand. That's a lovely ball up by Antunes and a great swing from Bergen. 3 set points saved. USA will no doubt be thinking timeout. Timeout it is. Easy to think the job's done when you're 20-15 up. USA having to refocus and reset as they look for a side out. With the serve. USA still searching for side out to take the sets, and it's gifted to them. Bergen went for it. The timeout came just at the right time for the USA. They take the first set, 21-18, much to their relief. Well, this is a huge match really for the USA, for Hayden and Bourne. There are 3 teams competing for 2 spots for the Olympic Games. We've got Dalhouser and Lucena. Phil Dalhouser and Nick Lucena. And then you have Casey Patterson and Jake Gibb as well. So Hayden and Bourne need the points. Here are the highlights then from the match so far. Away we go with the second set. Mexico with serve. USA with that one set in the bag, looking to get side out, which they do. Try Bourne. Mexico lost their opening game of this tournament to Austria's Dressler and Kunet. 18-21, 24-22, 12-15. Good angle from Bourne. They then went on to win all their remaining matches. And they actually beat the number 2 seeds from Latvia, Alexander Samoilovs and Yanis Schmedins. The number 2 seeds, they beat them 21-14, 21-19 in just over half an hour to make it to this semi-final. As I mentioned previously, it's been straight sets victories for the USA. Their biggest scout being Carambula and Ranieri of Italy, the number 3 seeds. Nice play from Hayden. Hayden come to the beach game relatively late at 37. Only 6 seasons on tour for him, 40 tournaments. Good work by Van Bergen, 29-year-old, who's been on the tour for 13 seasons. Coming up with an excellent shot. Chase is on. Oh, good work. Bourne waiting really for the hand to come up. And as soon as it did, he said, "Thank you very much. That's wipe off Town." Similar to Spike Town. Flirts with the net almost every time, doesn't he? Which means that Bourne knows if he can get the angles right, he should be able to shut him down more times than not. From Hayden once again. A wily old fox is Hayden, and he needs to be. Doesn't have the height or the power of the players around him. Well, USA doing just enough at the moment, aren't they? Keeping their points, keeping their noses in front, even though it's just by 1 point for now. Side out's important. Good reactions from Bourne. As soon as that ball hit the top of the net, it became that little bit easier. All the pace was taken out of the ball. You can see very clearly they've become 2 timings. You talk about serve receivers, as we look at the blocking instructions that Bourne's given, line block and then going after the ball. You have timing 1 and timing 2, so the timing you take as a passer as the ball is on its way to the net, and then the timing you take and the movement you make from the ball as it comes over the net. 2 distinct ones when the ball hits the net, because it changes trajectory and speed and all sorts. Then you have your timings and preparations from your pass into the set and then back out to you again. So much information to take on board and things to be done. That, however, wasn't necessarily the thing that Bourne wishes he'd done. Bourne still the subject of Mexico's attentions and still siding out and still delivering for his country. Seven all in the first set. Replicated here in the second. At what point will the USA break away, or will it be Mexico who take the initiative? Oh, lovely high hands D from Vergen. Can he convert? Not quite. Free ball here for the USA. And a hurry-up offense. Vergen was ready for it as Heiden tried to go off the block and out of play, and it's an error by Ontiveros that hands USA the point. Always a shame when a rally ends on an error. It would have been something, hadn't it, if that ball had hit the line and it finished on a point. Well, Bourne is having a field day at the net. That's where all the USA's points are coming from at the moment when they are getting them off the back of their serve. It's that man at the net. Interesting little side out from Mexico. It looked like Vergen was going to go behind, and then he arced back in front, double bluffing the block. Easier to do on this slightly compacted sand due to the rain we've had than it would be on the sand where you're up to it in your ankles. And that was a good leave. Also suspicion that Vergen may have caught the baseline with his foot. Bourne will serve and go through to block. Nice play. Vergen going over the top of Bourne with that play. That's why Ontiveros is a more tempting target. Once again, Ontiveros, he likes to kind of edge towards the centre of court, Ontiveros. Those cross-court angles to his left in that position, there's acres of room. And it's exploited by the USA. Well, that was a chance. Heiden a little slow to react. So another carbon copy of the first set. 11-10 USA lead as they did in the first. Juan Vergen with the serve then for Mexico. Ha! Well, that is a huge sigh of relief for Tri Bourne. He decided to go over, but it was right where Ontiveros was waiting, and he nearly embarrassed himself. And then thinks, oh, right, got a block line. And he makes a massive block, doesn't he? Ontiveros gets a good angle. Bourne doesn't take it away. Mexico have the side out. Well, that was a tough serve. A huge, huge dollop of luck for the USA. If that had gone Mexico's way, that could have been a turning point in the set. Hayden readies himself to serve. And again, it's Juan Vergen goes off the block and out. USA kind of mixing it up between the two of them, really. There's no discernible game plan from serve at the moment, or at least not for us watching. Well, Vergen brings the heat from serve, and Bourne brings it from the spike. That was a belter, wasn't it? Cross court. Nice serve, well dealt with, and an excellent side out. Hayden with the error, and Mexico level the scores. I'm just wondering whether or not the USA are going to make a break, try and get through and move away from Mexico. They did that in the first set, but if they're not careful, it could be Mexico who do that and send this into a decider. Ontiveros likely to go after Hayden. He has just made an error. Oh, and it pays off. Bit of a miss hit from Vergen. Does that one come off his fingertips? But it's Hayden now who's under the cosh. Oh, Ontiveros waiting for that one. Has to come over. Another chance for Mexico. Oh, brilliant block from Bourne. Where did that come from? Vergen had outfoxed him. It looked like he had a free net. Bourne was scrabbling to his left and somehow gets across. Watch Bourne. He's like, oh no, I'm out of position, I'm out of position. And now I'm in position. Brilliant block. Can't back it up. Hardly a breath of wind here on centre court. Another good serve by Vergen. And Hayden comes up with a really good play to get that one down the middle. But Mexico sensing that he's the player now they're going to unload on. They too, a little bit like the USA, were mixing it up between the two players. Where did that come from? What a serve from Bourne! Right down the line. It looked from the commentary position as if he'd mishit it. But that was a really good ace serve. This time goes straight onto Veros, makes a good touch, and another one. No, big net touch. Who got it? Oh, it was Bourne who touched the net. Vergen was in there as well, but he was after the fact. Mexico just checking who's going to serve. On Veros it will be. An exciting end to this second set. Poor pass from Hayden, punished by Vergen. Mexico in front at the business end of this second set. Always in trouble from the pass. What a time for Mexico to come up with the block. Vergen gets the better of Hayden. Now what is the other states we're going to do? Well, first thing he's going to do is call the timeout. Mexico are hitting him hard. He needs to take a breather. He needs to take on some fluid. He needs to refocus. He needs to get his mindset right. And he needs to come out and side out. It's another great play from Mexico, and Hayden right now, dare I say it, can't hit his way out of a paper bag. Set point for Mexico. Well, it's a little too tight. It is way too tight. And Hayden complaining that the ball was played by Mexico too early. Complain all he might. It's Mexico who take the second set. We're going into a decider. Confirmation then of the scores. 21-18 to the USA, 21-17 to Mexico. Now it's a race to 15. No technical timeouts, change ends at 5 points. This for a place in the final. Well, a very poor end to that set, wasn't it, for the USA in terms of Hayden and his inability to get the side out. Errors and blocks as we have a look at the highlights. Bourne was excellent. Hayden knows that his own individual game needs to step up a bit. He's got to be a little smarter with his hitting, a little bit more precise perhaps with his passing. 1 foot Yahoo didn't work for Mexico. So away we go with this deciding set. USA with the serve. A race to 15 to see who'll go through to the final. Ontiveros looking for that side out, which he gets. Brilliant swing. Lombardo Ontiveros, 32 years of age, just 1m85, 6'2", and he rose like a salmon and dropped the hammer. So Hayden gets a confidence boost with that cross-court play. He knows he's going to get pretty much every serve now in this set, if he didn't already. Ontiveros gets that one somehow past Bourne. He can't quite believe that did go past him. Might have gone under him. Well, that's another tool that the USA can use. Hayden able to pop that one up in the air for Bourne to swing on the second touch, especially as Mexico hadn't got their block formed. Nice play on Ontiveros with the shots. Bergen just holding Bourne, making out like he was going to have a swing on the ball before he set it out to Ontiveros. Lovely set from Bourne, up and down, didn't go to the net, in a good place where Hayden could make a shot, and that's all you need to do. You don't get 2 points for hitting it hard. Pokey fest. And a good swing off the block and out. So Bourne serve doing the damage, giving them the free ball back and putting them one in front. Still waiting to decide what he's going to call. Last minute decisions from Bourne. Good reach by Hayden. Equally good one by Bergen. And a nice put away by Mexico. Nice work from Bourne. Just rolling that one over the block. Oh, good at. Lovely play. Well, not sure Bourne knew much about that. He got a face full of volleyball, but still had the presence of mind to make the dig off the back of the smash into the face, losing his hat, losing his glasses, but not losing his cool. And it's the USA who take the point. So Mexico under pressure, struggling, but they get their side out. Hayden was going for the angle. A little too much on it now, giving himself a good talking to. So frustrating when you make those kind of errors, knowing what it was you're trying to do. Oh, good work from Hayden. Well, he's pulling it all out of the bag right now, isn't he? Pulling out all the stops. Only 2 teams from one country can represent that country at the Olympic Games. Right now, the USA have 3 teams vying for 2 spots. It's Hayden and Bourne, as that one is showing a line block against Vergen, going after the ball against Ontiveros. He's not quite sure where to go. Ontiveros just, well, kind of ghosting around the block at the moment. This is like a little Mexican ninja, popping up and putting the ball away where you least expect him to. From Mexico. Ontiveros is furious with himself. That was an opportunity. Mexico didn't take it. Block from Bourne. You know he's going to make him. Question is when. And what a great time to come up with that one. He'd been trying desperately to find the angle, to find the place to stop Ontiveros, and he did it. That's why he was showing the fist to Hayden, because he just wasn't sure quite what Ontiveros was going to do, and decided, you know what, I'm going to have to make my decision probably in the air as I'm going up. So saying I'm just going to go after the ball gives Hayden that opportunity to say, okay, fine, well, I need to play a defense based around setting up on the power and chasing the roll shots without really factoring in the block in that department. But it's come up with a wonderful point now for the USA. Mexico calling the timeout. Apologies for me talking over the timeout, but we can't actually hear what the guys are saying because once the cameras are on them, there is no microphone near enough to hear what they're saying, otherwise I would, of course, shut up. So another push required here by the USA. A point from serve now would be magnificent, wouldn't it? There's a chance to keep it off the sand anyway, but it won't come back. That was unlucky. Bourne actually dug it into his hat. Certainly rolled up his arms anyway, didn't quite go where he wanted it to. Hayden turned by the ball. In fact, he did dig it into his hat. I thought he had. So a little change up, Mexico going after Tri-Bourne, and they probably wish they hadn't bothered doing that now. It's always a good idea to test the guy who hasn't been passing the ball, but really, with the way that Hayden's been playing, you just want to unload everything on him right now, especially in this situation. Bourne's on fire, he's buzzing, he's tuned into everything. He desperately wants to get the ball, and we just saw that from the way he sided it out. Hayden then with the serve. Top angle again from Bergen. That's what makes these two so difficult to play against. They've both got the shots, they've both got the skills, they can both bring the heat. And actually, even though Ontiveros is only 185, what we're quite clearly seeing is it doesn't make a great deal of difference, does it, at this level when you're that good? A bit like Bruno for Brazil, probably one of the best players. Although Mexico in big trouble now. Bruno, you have to say, one of the best defenders on the sand, best siders out of the ball. So big point that for the USA, keeps them two in front still. Ontiveros now with some work to do. Oh, that's hit Bourne in the face again. He had no clue where it had gone. Spread block and the ball going in between his arms, hence why his cap went flying. Bergen. Oh, that's a really good pass from Hayden. Good dig on Ontiveros. And a lovely side out. Oh, Bourne's a little frustrated, but he needn't be. That was excellent play from Mexico. Bergen again. That was a magnificent angle from Tri-Bourne. And clever play as well from Hayden. He knew the block was there, he knew he wasn't going to be able to swing hard, so he just played it into the block to come back out, to recycle the ball. And then Bourne comes up with that beauty. Pretty tense now, isn't it? USA 2 away from the gold medal match. Mexico looking for side out to draw level. Same blocking tactics again. Bourne playing a guessing game. That's a good break from the net. Chance here for the USA. Oh, that one doesn't go down. It does now, though. In style. As Bourne drops the hammer. And it brings up match point for the USA. Deep breaths being taken by Mexico. No timeout available for them. Hayden with the serve. Ontiveros. Oh, it's luck for the USA. They don't care though. Hayden wraps it off the net and down it goes. USA take the match. And Vergen's rush of blood going over on 2, as he should have put it up to Ontiveros, costs Mexico the game. But great play from Hayden, who was under the cosh big time in the last 2 sets. He makes a stunning pickup. Bourne gets it in play, and then look at that. Just good use of the net. And Hayden celebrates the victory with Bourne. They're through to the final. Confirmation of the scores. Hayden and Bourne took the first to 18, lost the second to 17, and then held on big time to take the third, 15-12. Well, it was on a knife edge, wasn't it, in that third set? But somehow, the USA came good, and they have got themselves through to the final. What a performance from them. And now we can hear it from our winners.
Oh, congratulations, guys. How important is it for you guys to make it through to the final today?
Oh, very important. We haven't been to a final on the World Tour in a while, and this is what we've been working hard to get to, and this is where we expect to be.
Good work, well done. Now, how much pressure were you guys under there during the game? It looked like a pretty tight one for you.
Yeah, it was really tight. I mean, it's really humid out here. I think both teams were getting kind of tired, except for this guy. He's coming out, carrying me right there. Was able to make a dig at the end, and lucky play off the net, but we'll take it.
Well done. So you've got a few hours off. How do you plan on spending that time before the gold medal match?
I figured I'd get a new shoulder put in, maybe some legs.
All right, congratulations and good luck for the final.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, some good humour from Hayden, as you might expect, and quite rightly, yes, he could do with a new shoulder and some new legs, but that aside, he'll probably go and take a good rest as we have.